After winning the 1997 Atlantic Championship Series, Alex Barron moved up to the IndyCar Series the following year with Dan Gurney's All-American Racers team. This gave Barron a chance at a major racing series with an organization that had won in Formula One and dominated American road racing. With the team trying to develop Toyota's IndyCar program, their performance was not reminiscent of Bobby Unser winning them the 1974 Series Championship or the 1975 Indianapolis 500. Barron started 24 IndyCar races for Gurney, but was released after getting just one top 10 finish, 9th place at Nazareth in 1999. Through the end of 2001, Barron started an additional 11 IndyCar races for 4 separate teams. This included the 2000 Fontana 500, where he led for 7 laps and ultimately finished 8th for Dale Coyne Racing. One of the other teams Barron drove for in this time was Blair Racing in 2001. The next year, they would compete full-time. Out of 15 races in 2002, Barron and Blair finished in the top 10 in 11 of them. At the Indianapolis 500, Barron was named Co-Rookie of the Year with a 4th place result. Later that year, at Nashville, Barron started in 5th place and ran steadily in the top 10.
He did not get the lead until lap 190 of 200 when he got past Scott Sharp following a restart.
Barron would hold on to get his first IndyCar win and finish the season ranked 5th in the championship. Unfortunately, sponsorship issues meant that the team shut down prior to the 2003 season. Maurice Nunn tried to be a racing driver in Western Europe in the 1960s, with a primary concentration on Formula cars. The following decade, he decided to concentrate more on car design and team management after forming the Ensign Racing Team, which competed in Formula One from 1973 to 1982. Afterwards, Nunn had a strong run as Chip Ganassi Racing's IndyCar team manager. During his tenure with the team, they won the series championship each year from 1996 to 1999. In 2000, Nunn formed his own IndyCar team called Mo Nunn Racing. In their first 2 seasons, the Nunn team failed to finish higher than 3rd at Motegi in 2001 with Tony Kanaan. 2002 would be the team's breakout year, though. They started to compete in the Indy Racing League with Felipe Giafoni. After having just competed in the CART Championship Series to that point, Giafoni finished in the top 10 in 12 of 15 races and finished 4th in the final standings. The highlight of the season was easily Giafoni leading for 124 of 200 laps at Kentucky and winning the race. At the end of 2002, Nunn decided to concentrate on the IRL exclusively, with Tora Takagi and Giafoni serving as the full-time drivers. Giafoni started off the season well, with 3rd place finishes at Phoenix and Motegi. Meanwhile, Takagi finished 3rd at Texas. After 7 races, Giafoni and Takagi were ranked 9th and 10th in the championship, respectively. At Kansas, the 8th race, Giafoni and Dan Weldon crashed, causing Giafoni to fracture his pelvis and necessitating Nunn to get a replacement driver. As stated earlier, Blair shut down after the 2002 season and Alex Barron was left without a ride. For 2003, he managed to get a one-off entry with Team Penske at Motegi as an injury replacement for Gilles de Ferran. Barron started 12th and damaged his front wing after making contact with Scott Dixon. While Barron eventually got back into the top 10, he crashed out after 167 of 200 laps. Barron's next opportunity would be with Nunn, but not to replace Giafoni. In Indianapolis, the team had an extra entry for 2-time 500 winner Arie Luyendyk. Unfortunately, Luyendyk crashed in practice and decided to retire. As a result, Barron was hired to replace him. Starting in 20th place as a final day qualifier, Barron would have a respectable race and finish 6th. A little under 2 months later, Barron would be driving for Nunn in IndyCar again. Barron's first race as Giafoni's injury substitute would be Nashville, the site of his first win. He would start 6th and did not really have the winning pace from a year prior, but still finished in 5th place. Michigan would be the next race on the schedule. Although Barron had only finished 12th in the 2002 Michigan race, Giafoni and Nunn finished 3rd after leading for 24 laps. So they had a good baseline entering the event. Once again, Barron would qualify in 6th place. At the start, Barron would follow 4th place starter Sam Hornish Jr., who got the lead. As Barron moved into 3rd, he would drop back from there, but remained in the top 10.
After leading laps 44 and 45 during the first pit stop sequence, Barron made his own first stop. During it, his team made adjustments to his car.
13 laps later, the race went under caution after debris got on the track. During this time, Barron and the rest of the leaders pitted. When the race restarted on lap 64, Barron was in 8th. Unfortunately, on that same lap, Kenny Breck crashed in turn 2 and the race went under caution again.
Barron's prowess on getting a good jump remained intact as he moved into 5th place following the lap 71 restart.
However, at the same time, Hornish pulled away from the field just prior to the halfway point. Barron was running 6th and was maintaining contact with the lead pack. Running in the pack allowed Barron to pick up a draft, which meant he could save fuel without losing speed. The superior fuel mileage allowed Barron to lead laps 112 and 113 before making his own stop. After returning to the race, Barron remained in the top 6 as Hornish continued to have a large lead.
On lap 134, Barron moved to the outside of 5th place Allenzer Jr. and was second by the end of the following lap.
On lap 145 of 200, the race had its 4th caution period due to debris being on the track. As a result, Barron was now directly behind Hornish. During the ensuing pit stop sequence, Barron would be the first driver to exit the pit lane and would hold the lead following the restart. Teammate Takagi would then move into 2nd.
Even by lap 156, Barron only held a slight lead over Takagi, Hornish, Scott Dixon, and Thomas Scheckter.
On the next lap, Hornish caught up with Barron and would start to battle for the lead with him. Although Barron would initially have the upper hand in the duel, Dixon and Scheckter soon caught up to the two.
In turn 3 on lap 163, Barron and Scheckter made contact, causing Barron to spin out, but he avoided crashing.
By this point, there were just 10 drivers on the lead lap and Barron remained one of them. Afterwards, drivers made what was expected to be their final pit stops. For the restart with 31 laps remaining, Barron was 8th.
Just after lap 172 started, Barron attempted to pass Hornish and Scheckter for the lead, but backed out.
The next time by, Barron made a similar move and got past Hornish for 2nd. Hornish and Barron remained close together. Barron attempted to get the lead, but he could not quite get past Hornish. Barron would be able to pull out of Hornish's draft and even run parallel to him while remaining quick, but Hornish seemed to have an advantage on him. Then, on lap 190, with Scheckter just behind him, Barron was able to get past Hornish and lead the lap. Going down the back straightaway with 8 laps to go, Hornish built up a slight lead on Barron and Scheckter. The next lap, exiting turn 4, Barron got an edge on Hornish. However, by the time they got to turn 1, Barron dropped back again. Barron seemed to be the only driver who could maintain pace with Hornish. As the final lap started, Barron remained on the tail of Hornish.
Coming down to get the white flag this time, white flag.
Only guy that's got a shot at it right now is Barron, and he knows it, but he's searching. He doesn't know what to do. Look where Sam is on the white line.
Looking.
Sam Hornish, brand new Chevrolet Gen 4 engine being chased by Toyota. A Barron, Scheckter, Sharp, Dixon, and Takagi. Honda is 8. Here we go. They go side by side into 3.
Outside.
Coming for the line. Coming for the flag. Hornish has got a line on, but Barron now pushes ahead. Barron takes it. Barron takes the win from 2nd place. Alex Barron has won at Michigan 400 miles, and they battled every inch of the way. Morris Racing celebrates. Peter Parrott, right there in the middle of all that.
Man, that was awesome, guys. Thank you.
Alex, you bet it was. Oh, that was cool.
With the last lap passed just before the finish, Alex Barron won the 2003 Michigan Indy 400. The 24 laps he led were the 3rd most of any driver in the event, behind Hornish and Scheckter. The win was the 2nd for both Barron and Monon Racing.